was originally a $12 plush. I think that's what the thing said.
And that's a massive thumbs up in my book. By the way, at this point, we are now streaming and recording, so make sure to keep that in mind.
To just dance around a spike plush at the people?
Yeah, you're dancing
Even
around.
though they can't see it?
Yes, we will dance around the spike plush at the people.
Why don't you get your shoes on and go over there? I'll save your stuff. I'll save your stuff. Whatever.
It's actually a nice sized. Tiny alarms though, no claws. But otherwise, it's really.
She's already finished. She was about to sleep. Yeah, but technically you got up and went back into the bed, Abby.
Have you
went back into the bed and.
No, but I just moved her to the lonely corner.
Okay.
All right. So hopefully she'll be back here in a moment. Anybody have any other questions, thoughts, or anything else before we go ahead and do a quick recap and get started? All right. Just a quick heads up. Oddly enough, Medic was right on one point, though not exactly what I intended. Today's session, we are going to have to make sure that we start wrapping things up around 9 p.m. my time, so about an hour and a half, because I have signed up for overtime work for the next 7 to 8 weeks, which starts at 6 a.m. promptly on Saturday.
Lovely.
Of course, the reason being I'm trying to save up money for BabsCon, Everfree, BronyCon, TrotCon, and one of the Winchester ones, which I'm going to have to double check with Winchester and see which one he would recommend the most.
It could be Windy City.
Probably.
Windy City or Cider Fest. Those are the ones I am expecting.
Alright, I am back since.
Okay.
Guys...
Yeah, just do us a favor next time if something like that happens, just try to mute yourself at least.
Alright, sorry, I forgot to.
No, it's okay. Just keep that in mind if you get dumped into the lonely corner, that's usually the cause. Toa.
Yo.
No, right. Anyway, moving on. Okay.
So, let's see what I have for notes on the last session.
Okay. Last time in the RPG session, you stand around the littered bodies of everything you destroyed, remembering that they have family, wives, children, and you just snuffed their life away because you thought that they were cheap. All of them are laying dead, bloodied, and broken. Some of them are already decomposing into a horrible oozy flesh, which speaks volumes about the horrible diet that they were probably maintaining. But in other good news, you managed to find 3 ponies. Possible survivors, kidnapped victims, etc., so on and so forth. Of course, these 3 were found by Rustical, Val, and Pulpe, who I believe it was Pulpe that vaguely recognizes one of them.
No, Rusty.
No. When we did the rolls, I did.
Rusty would not.
Okay.
Rusty did not. Val, unfortunately, got a slight inkling, but Pulpe had the better roll. So right now, inquiries are being made. The 2 are there. And there's still the question, is this all there is to the camp? Dun dun dun. Anyway, we will go ahead. And for the moment, Silent unfortunately is not with us. So, I am executing GM Order 66. He is currently over at the crates packing his newfound rifles. That is what he's going to be doing for the whole session. He is right now in his own little world. So everybody else will ignore the Silent unless it is absolutely necessary to use him as a tool.
Yeah, I'm fine with that unless we actually do break into the additional section of the map here.
And even then, unless it is absolutely necessary to use him as a tool, he will continue packing his rifles because he really loves them so much. One could say he has a gun fetish. It probably doesn't help that he's polishing those the rifle stocks a little too heavily. One could imply a few things.
Should we go with an intelligence roll for Rusty to try and figure out who Bedspread is, or
at the moment? At the moment, I admit I'm kind of in a mixed thought on this, as I already gave you the opportunity and you decided not to go for it. However, considering that you also apparently mistook the character one character for another, I will go ahead and allow for an intelligence roll for a slight memory. However, Rusty is also going to have a difficult time remembering this person, as I only saw them briefly at best.
So intelligence rather than investigation. Okay.
Rusty has investigation.
Rusty has investigation, 2 levels into it.
I will go ahead and allow the investigation then.
Okay. So that would be 6 dice for investigation rather than 8 dice general intelligence.
However, their odds of succession are a lot higher.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going for evens. Three.
Rusty seen this person somewhere. There's something incredibly familiar. Don't know why though. If I recall, Pulpe rolled a little bit higher, but yeah.
I rolled higher, but I didn't have investigation.
Exactly.
I just rolled general int, didn't I?
Yeah, didn't you get it like a 6 out of it, or 5?
I don't know, but it was general intelligence. This is
Investigation.
more focused.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So Rusty investigates, and Rusty does recognize her from somewhere as well. Fortunately, the exact location is unknown. Something tickling on the back of your head, like something you should know. Blanked.
Sorry, what?
Blank
Oh,
CMC. It is now. Rusty also recognizes bedspread. Though I wonder why the hell is bedspread like a size larger than everybody else here.
Different type of things.
No, I think I just misscaled it.
Crap, my fucking models didn't properly load.
What?
I have crimsons, all everybody's beads. Well, all ponies are beads, rather.
Well, there's still that little mod pack that's still on the Dropbox that you can grab if you ever want to.
I got to back to it eventually, which is a shame because I thought I was just going to straight link up to it from one to the other. So I wonder why it's doing this.
Well, it was in your My Documents of the previous system. Did you copy the My Documents over to the new one?
I guess I have to, which is annoying.
I'm not surprised by that.
I'll do it later.
All right.
Okay. I'm trying to think. How would Rusty say this to the rest of us?
Yeah, no, I can't even really think of it either. Which is why I'm kind of just blanking like that.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go with... Rusty tells the other 2 of us that Rusty recognizes them.
Okay, Rusty's like, wait, I know this lady.
How can you know this lady? You didn't see anyone near the hospital. That's the only ponies else that came out of the town, isn't it?
No.
Hello.
Wait, wait, did you associate her to the town?
Yes, we were using that. Yes,
Oh.
that is the thing that I got.
Okay. So, okay, Rusty does vaguely recognize her, and the moment you mention the town, she's like, oh yeah, I met this nice lady at the town. At which point, that getting blurted out, her expression becomes a little bit more pale, considering if you could see her through the fur.
Bedspread gets pale?
Yes.
I think she's getting pale from the mentioning of that town and the horrors that happened there.
Well, no, nothing about the horrors. Just to mention that Rusty remembers her from the town.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna have to go with the gut reaction of, how can you know them? You didn't meet anyone from the hospital.
Oh, it wasn't the hospital. What was it? No, it wasn't the hospital. No. Now she's just kind of sitting on the table, scratching her hoof on it, trying to think, fluttering her wings. When's the last time we did the roll with her, Val?
The rusty gauge?
Yeah, the rusty gauge.
Uh,
Val?
haven't needed
Blanked.
to.
Cody?
Calling all blanks. Calling all blanks. Whoop,
I
whoop.
think that we came to into this room with the thought of, yeah, it's at a.
I'm just double
That
checking.
it was at a full.
It was, or is already at a full roll?
That we had the full set of actions when we came in here. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah. I'm just double checking. Cody, are you there?
Yeah, I think you're just giving it, dude.
Sorry. You just gotten really quiet.
Breaking things, probably trying to get the things to work.
A little bit.
Okay.
My barber just wait till later to do it.
Well, that's up to you. I can wait a bit if you want. Are we losing Toa here?
I don't know.
Considering I just said his name and he's not immediately jumped. Yep, there he goes.
So at that point of Rusty trying to think things through to try and see where they might know them, I'm gonna go with just an intelligence roll for Rusty.
All right.
Yeah, 4, so 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, dice, don't fail me now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Rusty keeps thinking long and hard. Little bits and pieces. And then he blurts out, "Oh yeah, at the inn." You know, I would have. All right, and immediately upon Rusty saying that, Bedspread immediately runs up and starts to try to run off.
I thought you were tied up. That's why all 3 of them are still in here.
Well,
Yeah, they're tied up.
I stand corrected. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought they were untied. Okay, that one I'll admit fault. Okay, Bedspread immediately.
Okay, scribble the last few seconds of our mind there.
Okay, Bedspread gets a lot paler.
You assumed we were good enough people to immediately untie them.
Well, you would assume as much, but they're actually keeping quite a distance. They haven't even gotten close to her.
We are on edge from this entire thing.
I
mean, heck,
I'll buy
damage. Polpay took damage.
Polpay actually got injured.
Yeah, I'm not exactly crying about that.
Yes, but still. Shaken and
Stirred.
Agitated.
Oh, I would have gone with stirred.
well, still a little bit shaken from that thing, but yes, still definitely. We're being cautious. Headset, would you please stop squeaking at me? Just because of this damn cord.
Toa.
Yep.
Okay, you're still alive. Continuing on. Alright, so you've figured it out. It's Bedspread. By the way, the other 2 are complete no names.
Yeah.
Granted, there was actually a plan I had for one of them, but that didn't go to fruition, so they're no names. They're generic NPCs.
One of them was going to be something until we actually corrected you with all about the town and the notes we had.
No. There's a bit of I'll just go ahead and say it point blank. There's another person that's been interested in joining us. However, they've been interested in joining us since October, and trying to get them in the session here has been completely ridiculous.
What? Who?
It's a person that's over in the Roan RPG group. They've expressed interest in joining our group. They seem to already know a good deal about the game, and they were actually asking. I think before even you joined us, Medic. But every time I try to message them, they seem to either not be around or they get the message a little too late. It's been a real messy back and forth, and I thought we finally got things figured out, and yeah.
And then something happened.
Well, they were completely offline to when I was starting to gather everybody up, and I'm trying to get them in just the freaking group here so they can get reminders and stuff. It's again long story, and I don't know if they're just severely nervous or they're just one of those people that are like, I'd love to do that, but
never does it.
Yeah. But I'm gonna leave it alone. I am gonna leave it alone. I still hope that maybe they will join us in, because it'd be nice to have somebody else in here who knows the game a little bit more intimately.
Yeah.
And I know you wanted to have your friend join us. I'm just talking about somebody that actually knows about the game a lot more extensively, so we can have a little bit more knowledge practice. Knowledge practice would be the word I'm
knowledge.
That's it. Anyway, generic. Moving on.
Knowledge.
So you're in front of the bedspread and generic ponies, and they're all tied up.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure how to nicely transition my thoughts to this.
Maybe let Val not do it not so nicely.
Well, there's that, or I was gonna go with Rusty doing an investigation of what you doing here.
There's that too.
I think that would be the best idea.
Well, with the investigation roll?
Yes. Yeah, go with the investigation roll. This is not for trying to identify, but this is the actual investigation proper.
I need to move my dice a bit so I can actually select just 6.
Though I have a feeling I honestly wish I had a little icon here for lie, doubt, trust. You know, that stupid LA Noire thing.
Do you want me to get bluffing
No.
going as well?
No, no, I'm kidding. It's just a funny thought I had. That's all.
Screw you, dice!
How much?
Please, let me guess. You rolled you went for evens, didn't you?
I naturally go for evens.
Yeah.
That's all odds!
This is literally a failing roll.
Okay, what does Rusty have in terms of free rolls?
I don't think she has any.
No, bats don't have any luck rolls or re-roll options.
Could
you
just
could
use
pop
a
stat
style.
points. We got enough.
You could, you could use the Rusty points.
Pop one of hers and pop one of mine.
Actually, it's a double roll. Remember, it's a double point. Oh, I see. One of hers, one of yours. Never mind.
Well, no. Do I use hers or mine for this?
I would go with hers because it's all her. It's literally all her at this point.
Okay. That's a single die for the roll, or?
Well, no. If you put in 2 points, it's a whole re-roll. You re-roll the entire thing. Yep.
Okay.
Though, just for giggles, the question I immediately came up with was, weren't you the chocolatier that made all those wonderful mints?
Okay, 3 and 3. That's
or no, worse, or better yet, it's like, wait, didn't you make those wonderful French fries in the cafeteria, in the restaurant? No. Okay, what did you get?
3.
All right. Okay, Rusty begins the investigation. It's weren't you, you were the hotel maid, weren't you? Yes, I was. Okay, well, it's kind of curious that you're here where all of this trouble occurred, and we also ran across one of your fellow friends. Sorry. Obviously, Rusty wouldn't talk like this. That is
No.
interesting that we came across you when we also found your I don't know how Rusty would talk, damn it! Let's see. Oh, you were here along with your friend, the fire priest guy. Yes, we lived in the same town. We were both there. But it's very far from here, and you weren't in the town when everything went wrong. Why are you here when all the bad people ran away from the town? Does that work?
Creepy as hell, but I guess whatever.
What do you want from me?
Gave us knowledge that Rusty had that the rest of us did not have. That Rusty knew bedspread wasn't in the town when things went to hell.
Well, Rusty recognized that she was in the town.
Rusty would have been the last one to leave the hotel.
Well, she would have been if it didn't catch on fire.
Yes. Rusty was the last to leave the hotel. Bedspread probably wasn't seen, which is why Rusty would know this. Or at least I'm trying to explain how Rusty might know that line of questioning.
How did you get away from the burning hotel?
Why did I select all that?
How'd you get away from the burning hotel? Why are you here now? These questions demand answers, damn it.
He says, talking to himself.
I don't know.
Okay.
This is why I don't speak.
Went screwy.
This is why I usually don't like to tool NPCs unless I know what the hell they're doing. I am not a good Rusty person.
Well, basically, you have to act, cutesy. Naive.
Why did you get eaten by the flames of death and carnage in the hotel? What are you... Okay, Rusty asks, how in the world is she here in more cutesy, lovable terms instead of being in the town, and how in the world is she alright after the hotel caught on fire? Rolling,
That's a good question.
It is a good question, and rolling a lie...
I would go with bluff.
Well, not exactly a bluff. I'm going with a charisma roll here. A charisma roll that actually rolled a 5, I might add.
Neat.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I was minding the inn. Oh, and it was so horrible. Suddenly these weird griffins in armor came. They held me at gunpoint and tied me up and set everything on fire. Oh, my poor inn. Oh, all my poor bed sheets. I spent so many bits on them. Did my inn survive? Do I even have one more cottage? I can't go back to that town now. All of it's burned to the ground.
Okay, second, I want to roll a d6 just for a little fun thing. Evens it happens, odds it don't.
I'm trying to figure out...
It depends on what you're doing, but go ahead.
Okay. Evens it happens, odds it don't. I'll roll it in just a moment after I get
Only if GM actually allows it, because if you say a comet hits her in the head, obviously I'm going to say no.
No, but I'm not doing that.
I'm just saying, if it's outside of the realm of possibility or something that I will not allow, just... Yeah, you get my drift.
I understand completely.
I'm surprised Val isn't doing anything about this.
Okay.
By the way, you can roll. You can roll it.
Tired.
By the way, you guys can go ahead and roll against the charisma check to see if you buy it.
That's what I'm trying to figure. Do I want to do a streetwise and investigation mix, or just pulpay reading body language, or do I want to try and do both?
Body language might not be as easy considering that they're tied up.
Actually, I have more streetwise, I think. So.
You're not here.
Yeah, I'm not over there.
Admittedly, vaguely, that is correct. However, I think this is a spur of the moment thing because of my horrible acting.
Alright, I've gotten at least more odds than even, so I'm trying to roll in-game dice, so it's not happening.
Thank you. It probably wouldn't have... I would have probably not allowed it anyway.
Well, I was gonna be like, there was sudden wind throughout the sheets as if they were shuddering in fear and sadness.
No! No, that is dumb.
The sheets that you stuffed inside yourself.
Yes!
Never mind.
I got a 4 out of 4 for charisma shit.
God damn it. Okay. Well, considering that doesn't exactly beat the 5 out of 6 that she rolled.
Hold on. Well,
I think a perfect still does a decently good job, or at least ties.
Do I want?
I know that's what you did a perfect though, so I am going to say that you kind of believe her, but you got a hint of a bit of a skepticism feel to it.
Literally, Val just crossed his arms like,
Okay, I'm thinking of.
No, it's just like this sounds fishy, but it's not. It's not like horrible fishy. It's just like weird fishy.
Yeah. So
I
want to do streetwise with investigation as a bonus.
I smell a halibut.
Or investigation with the streetwise as the bonus.
I would go with investigation streetwise simply because you're investigating something, but you're reading the body language to tell you what you're doing.
Then you would roll the damn body language. I would go with investigation with.
This is rusty.
That's what I'm doing.
I would go.
Streetwise. Pulpay has the body language.
I would roll investigation with streetwise, as that would allow basically just add a wait, how high are both of these?
Investigation is a total of 6. Streetwise is a total of 7.
Yeah, it does. It checks out. You get the You can get the bonus 2 roll to it. All right, with streetwise, that would give you an indication of probably how military groups would act in a situation where they're trying to set something ablaze, so you can get an idea if something about the story doesn't add up. Essentially, okay. It's like saying if the FBI came in and started smashing pottery around your house, and then you realize, wait, why would the FBI smash pottery? I mean,
no, only Link does that.
No, it's a SWAT team that smashes pottery.
FBI, open up! FBI, open up!
Okay, so then streetwise with investigation as a bonus, so that would be 9 dice.
Okay.
9. Yes.
I don't know. Well, okay, I'll go ahead and allow it. Though it's mostly just because of the fact you're dealing with a rogue military gang, and if that sounds like something they would probably do.
Well, it's either streetwise investigation as a bonus or investigation with.
I'm trying to back up your roll.
I'm
trying to back up your roll. I'm actually trying to help your roll here. Just say thank you and roll it.
Sure. Words. You're trying to confuse me. Stop wordsing. Stop wordsing.
I'm the GM. I have to words. That is literally my job.
2, 5, 6.
All
right. Something smells fishy, and unfortunately, it's not whatever is in that porridge is in those bowls. Mostly because it doesn't add up. If a military griffins were trying to abscond with a bunch of townspeople, why would they start setting everything on fire in order to attract attention to themselves?
And the inn wasn't on fire.
Yes, it was.
It was?
Well, it wasn't just the inn. Everything was on fire. But Why would they just why would they grab her and then set the inn on fire and then everything else? That doesn't add up for a normal military approach. It doesn't make sense. You want to try to run off with everything without attracting attention. Because a giant bonfire is just a signal for other military groups to know where the hell you are. Unless you're trying to get them to go over there.
They're like the occult, maybe?
Well, if they're the occult, they're not a military. That would be interesting. The Army of Cthulhu, but
Yes.
in this case,
yes.
this is not an occult military. No, this is a rogue military group that is being led by a whacked out bird job.
Right. So
Dictatorship,
Rusty ends up
maybe?
saying, "That doesn't sound right."
Dictatorship.
It doesn't.
Don't trust that at all.
It doesn't. Oh no. They set the whole town on fire too. They kidnapped me and then they set everything on fire.
I think at this moment Val and Pope would chime in.
I would think so too, but so far they've been rather quiet.
Well, I'm trying to figure out wording and stuff, and yes.
And I'm guessing either Val just wants to see how deep of a hole I sink in, or...
Yeah, mostly he was going because you can see that fur paling more and more. I wonder if she's gonna turn to ash at this point.
No, but she's starting to look like a nurse of some sort if she only had that pink hair.
I need to come back upstairs again.
No! It's a Nurse Redheart joke! God damn it, don't come upstairs anymore. The GM can't handle any more head trauma.
Please don't put me back in the cold dark crowd.
Please don't put me back in the box.
I just lost my train of thought there.
The GM can't handle another concussion.
It was seriously unintentional.
I know, but he still can't handle it.
Oh, I can handle it. You can't handle the trauma.
I don't hit you upside the head all the time.
Hey, I don't do it all the time. I usually hit you in the shoulder.
Why couldn't you go for the shoulder this time?
Because you made a particularly bad one. I smack you in the back of the head. I.e., I didn't see the headset blocking my fucking path.
Yeah, but I'm not the one trying to ship you with Crimson. I was trying to ship you with CMC. Who doesn't love CMC? I'm sure he's a delightful ship.
What?
Let's watch that.
Alright, but in all seriousness, let's try to keep a move on here so we can actually let our other group actually do something for once.
Yeah, this is like we've just been.
Well, that's
here.
just me and
Well-
Medic with Crim.
Exactly. There's a whole nother group here. Okay, you know what? While they're interrogating, Blue, you see that Silver is currently completely obsessed with boxing and stocking all the rifles, leaving you next to a bunch of knocked out bodies. You notice that Val, Pulpe, and Toa, well,
Rusty.
nobody cares about Toa. Val, Pulpe, and Rusty have not come back yet. And it's actually eerily quiet. Toa! You feel the softness of bed products inside of you. And around you. And all over you. You actually feel like a living pony for once, except for you're more soft and fuzzy. And Med, you also see Silver's going a little gun happy with his current cache of Griffin weaponry, and you also notice the silence and the dead bodies and the unconscious, almost dead bodies. So, what do you three do at this point?
I decide, you know what? I'm gonna go the way that Pope, Rustical, and Val did.
Okay, Toa feeling adventurous, lucky us, suddenly feels a compulsion to start heading towards that direction. Betty, Blue, you both see that he's starting to head towards that little cabin that you guys haven't explored yet, considering it's the only thing left that is still in one piece. Other thing left that's still in one piece.
I'm going this way.
Still in one piece? I don't think there is anything left in one piece here.
Well, there was the other beds and everything, but Toa stripped the beds of all their beddings.
It's not like these guys are
No.
gonna like.
Half that building is missing with this rock.
Yeah, but the room is perfectly fine.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like Blue is also starting to head that way, so you two pal up together to walk.
Well,
And what the hell?
Walk.
And I'm gonna go with
Why-
them too.
Okay. Oh, I see. Am I? Wait, no.
They
Sorry.
were all the way. Toa was all the way back there with me,
What the hell?
and
What's
Blue was
happening?
right next to the.
I don't know. I'm trying to put Toa down, and he keeps getting caught on something. I think he got caught on the
On
the
the roof of the fucking building, which
You
is
might
the
be at a
iron
weird
box.
angle such that you're trying to aim for over here.
Yes, I'm trying to
You're
aim for
trying
over
to
there.
aim for down here. You're ending up on top of this building.
Yeah, I noticed. What the hell?
You'll need to move your screen just a little bit forward
I'm probably going to need to.
so that you're not over top of this
All right.
at
No.
all.
Okay, so they started to walk this way while they're talking that
And
way.
talk this way.
Okay, we made the joke. Moving on. Back to the interrogation. I gave you guys 2 minutes.
Yes.
And then we had to stop because you fucked up.
Well, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And I really don't know what would be useful to try and have Polpe try to.
Yeah, it's kind of like, unfortunately, like I don't know what the hell you're trying to do with this boss. Like every time you've had us do an interrogation, it always goes on too long or just keeps reiterating shit you already know.
Well, I basically just she's trying to lie and get out of it at this point. I'm just gonna be blunt. She's trying to lie and get out of it because she realizes you know who she is, and she's trying to not get associated with the fact that yes, that there was a fire in a town and she is one of the people responsible.
Player knowledge cannot be used
Player knowledge cannot be used.
because now you've just told us exactly what she's.
I figured you guys knew exactly what was happening
Well,
here
yeah,
at this
no,
point.
but, like,
Figured it, but I
Figure
wasn't.
was like it's trying to figure out how your
It
character
hadn't
would relay that information.
spelled out.
Simple, she's lying through her teeth until you either catch her completely off guard or you give up and just let her go. And right now, she is smelling fishier than a goddamn fish market because he rolled well enough.
Yeah, hold on. I need to.
Unfortunately, like I said Val does not have high charisma, and the only thing we would do is lead the threats, and she probably has some stability against physical threat.
Well, Val doesn't have high enough. Polpe does, and no, Rusty does.
I have
Rusty does, and I need to.
I have streetwise. Wouldn't that consider
You're
like?
not here yet.
You're not there.
On the
Not
Mafia
there
boss's
yet.
door, I seen a lot of interrogation.
You're
as well.
not there
It's
yet.
not that
I'm
you
not
would,
there.
It's that you're not there, and that's the overlying factor.
Well, you're not there, and also the fact is you don't know who the hell this is.
Yeah, but
Wing.
Present for that event.
Give me a moment. I'm looking up something in the book because brain is not braining right. Yes, to width. I think I want what, page 15, somewhere around there. Need the skills page. Of course, it's gonna go slow. We do. Oh, I was right on.
So, can I get a hint of what's trying to be figured out?
I'm just going back through some of the definitions of the skills because I felt that there was something that I was overlooking, and it's a bit of mix of, okay, with insight I can possibly try to help know when people are lying without being specifically using the body language aspect of it,
Mm-hmm.
as well as street eyes. What the hell does that truly mean?
A bookwise person knows how to cook the good stuff. Streetwise person knows where to get the good stuff.
Yeah, so I think that for these roles, it's better to be using Rusty's investigation, as well as I should probably be doing some more insight rolls, just general insight rolls.
Definitely a good combination.
Mm-hmm. So, Kelpie Mage, what have you found?
Well, now that I've gathered that information, I hadn't needed to figure out what I need to do with it. Where are we at? She's seeming fishy. No, she's seeming fishy. Don't exactly know why.
She's a halibut.
She's incredibly fishy. Something doesn't add up. There's something rotten in the state of Pony Mark. The cards aren't all on the table. Somebody's rustling the jimmies.
Hi, I'm Jimmy.
Okay. I'm just gonna go straight
Bethesda's
up.
making another MMO game. There's so much wrong.
Technically speaking, there's a whole Nisa controversy thing going on.
So I think that, yeah, Rusty just going straight for investigation of this. Yes. I don't know the words that should be done, but I know it's an investigation roll we need to do, and then I need to do a insight check afterward to see how I feel about it.
Ooh, Denmare. I like that.
Blank, do you have thoughts of what questions should be asked here?
I honestly don't know. Like, I'm trying to think, and just like, unfortunately, I'm a bit tired, unfortunately.
Okay, well,
I tried
I'll just
napping earlier, but it never came.
throw down an investigation roll. We know that there's something that should be asked here. That is 6.
All right. Rusty asks a very important question. Why would a bunch of military griffins set fire to an entire town if they were trying to kidnap you? And unfortunately, she clams up and starts biting her lip. Because they wanted to destroy all evidence.
Then why do they keep you alive?
To leave no witnesses.
To use as a scullery maid.
They liked my my bedspread style. They think I make good beds. I do have the fluffiest pillows in the land. They say even a robot would feel how awesome they are and take them.
You're doing that just cause.
No.
You think?
Ow! My head.
All right, fine. They bribed me to burn the town and go with them.
So why are you tied up?
They promised me jewelry, trinkets, magic stones, a hotel in the grandest part of the Roan Empire. I was going to serve the president, and all of the greatest military people, and then they ended up bringing me here and having to make gruel and fold and making bedspreads for griffins, and they would just tear up the pillows. Do you know how claws of griffins are? And they grab those pillows and they do horrible things. No amount of bleach would ever clean them. And I said, where's my prize? Where's my money? Where's the things I was promised? And then they tied me up and threw me in here.
All right.
I'm not sure I need to do the insight roll, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Go ahead.
Dice, you hate me, too.
Okay, just tell me what the roll is.
2.
Yeah, she's a bitch. It sounds like a horrible sob story of somebody trying to get rich and famous. Though the fact that is what your insight tells you, though. Obviously, there's also the hint that she's kind of an idiot.
You think?
No.
But we did get a confession there. She started some of the fires, so we're going to keep you tied up. Let the military deal with you.
Oh, but let me go. I can do your beds for you.
No thanks.
All right. Okay, as they're finishing up the interrogation, suddenly Toa, Blue, Sapphire. As you are getting close to the building, you feel the ground beneath you rumbling.
Okay, let me just take a look at my thing. Could I do a survival roll?
Yes.
I think it's an earthquake, so probably.
You can do a survival roll.
Oh, earthquake or landslide? Yeah, that sounds like a survival thing.
Okay, I'll roll 10. And of course, I'll go for evens. Here we go. Go! Dice roll! Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10.
You remember that in the method of a shark attack, you should definitely punch the shark in the nose and the eyes.
Believe it or not!
Sorry, I was hoping he would roll lower so the joke would make a lot more sense.
I'm sorry, but
You could just call it a...
but fuck, I wasn't ready for you to do that on a fucking 6.
Oh, do you have a glitch kind of?
I still have the split personality, yes. So yeah, I have a little bit of a glitch.
Okay, so it could throw a random. It's right, but it's in the wrong situation.
I'm down for that.
Okay, in all honesty though, your earthquake preparedness tells you to just stay where you are, and to other than the fact that there's really not any cover that you can get to, and obviously don't sit under any rocks that look like they're going to move.
But I have padding.
But however, you're in an open field. However, your survival instincts also tell you this is not a normal earthquake, as the ground is slightly shuddering, but it is due to something moving.
I then go into my head and go, what could move this much? And can I now roll a knowledge thing? And whatever number I come up with, you tell me what you think it is.
Are you having trouble removing the rock?
No.
You gotta unlock it first, Goofy.
I did.
Okay. Hey, I also have 10 knowledge, so I'm gonna roll that, and I'll go evens. Whatever I get, you can tell me either truthfully or some random thing. All right?
You're looking at the giant rock that's now gone.
Shh, let him roll. Let him roll.
I'm adding some fun to this. Okay, come on, evens.
Meanwhile, Sapphire Blue, go ahead and roll perception, please.
4, 5,
Perception.
6, 7, 8, baby.
Okay.
Your
10.
Your knowledge tells you that this is definitely the movement and stratum of a large object that is being moved, usually by machinery or some sort of mechanical device. It definitely appears to be a very large thing, and with a very intercomplex network of mechanisms in order to allow such a large object to be moved in a way that would cause the entire Earth in the area to move and shift in this manner. Of course, it is not a dangerous move. In fact, this has probably been done more than enough times that all safety precautions would probably have been taken in whatever device is being used to cause this rock or device or whatever this large object is to move. And now, Sapphire and Blue, what are your perception rolls?
My perception's at 6, so I roll 6 dice.
Yes, you roll 6.
Yeah.
Blue? Krim? Oh crap, did we lose him?
1 second.
Sorry.
Pay attention to the mute.
Okay. Oh. Sorry.
So are you
Trying
going to
to
just
make
remove
things
that entire
work.
thing, or are you gonna...
I picked evens and I got 4 out of 6.
Alright. And we just need Blue to roll a perception as well if he gets a chance, or designate somebody to roll for him.
Second.
No problem.
Minutes.
No problem.
Wow, that is a ping you've got there.
That's a problem.
Yeah, that is a very big
Well, I saw it
thing.
hit
It's back
900.
down.
700
it's
on
back
mine.
down. 7.
Well, I saw it hit 900 for a moment there.
Well, we all know that Krim's on the lousy internet, or else he would take over the after party long ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Evens.
Because
0.
stupid companies have monopolies.
Yep.
0. Okay. Sapphire, somehow, between a robot that managed to somehow grasp a momentary kernel of infinite knowledge, and a giant griffin that is a luchador that should be on the lookout for anything with sudden movements on his life, you're the only one to notice a giant boulder that is literally shifting to the left, exposing a large door.
Hold on.
What
Did
the
Toa
fuck?
pick up... Did this infinite knowledge that Toa picked up, was it just similar to, like, a bowl of petunias that says, oh no, not again?
Oh no, not again.
Actually, it was more similar to Homestar Runner, where he actually managed to do something so stupid that he actually rolled over. He underflowed his intelligence and actually became hyper intelligent for a brief moment in life.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, inside the cabin, Val, Pope, and Rustical, you guys also feel a slight shifting of the ground. And you also see Bedspread and the other two ponies looking over their shoulder for a moment and shifting around a little nervously.
Something's just going on outside.
So I saw a door. Like underneath the ground, right?
Not underneath the ground. It is in the sheer rock cliff. It's a...
Is there, because Rusty and I are on the tables.
How much what?
How much shaking?
It's just a light shaking. It's actually not as bad as you might think. It's kind of, imagine a few semis driving by a building.
That can still shake off a lot of stuff.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, imagine...
Not enough to drop me off the table, okay.
No, not... you can feel, like, everything, like, them just rattling a little bit, but it's not going to cause things to fall off. I mean, they've done this enough times that anything that would fall off has probably already done it long ago.
Unless someone left out a cup after dinner.
Well, one of those never drop cups that are actually a big fat lie, and we all know it. However, the rock moved, and right now, Sapphire is the only one that can see the giant blast wall door that is looking ready to open.
We can't see that. We see 3 tiles here.
Imagine a giant blast wall door that is getting ready to open.
Open the blast doors. Open the blast doors. I am Star Wars meme.
No, you're not. You're Spaceballs.
Okay. That's the thing. Okay.
Give you a better idea now?
I was assuming it would be behind the rock.
It is behind the rock. I can't exactly shift the rock left or right here, so I just kind of have it off to the side now.
Yes, I know. But... So this space that is the edge of the table is actually wider in realist.
Yep.
Yes, words. I have them.
I'm sure you do.
Also, we have the whole area here that's basically just...
Any case. So, yeah, the only right now, the Sapphire's the only one that notices. Everybody else felt a shifting. Somehow, Blue literally missed the doors for the trees. And Toa was philosophizing about the trees.
No, I was going...
Blue's...
Okay, this much weight, how big is the thing, and what would it take to power it?
And I just mentioned it. I mentioned everything there.
Yeah.
You didn't say anything about actually looking at what's causing this.
Alright.
So I at least have a vague idea on how to break it.
So, Sapphire.
Vague would be
what
right.
do I
Yeah.
do?
Can I tell them what I see and actually point
Yes.
Yes.
them?
You can scream at them to pay attention.
Yes.
Pay attention! Look at that!
Okay. So
What are those?
you see, suddenly the Pegasus is pointing in the direction of the rock face, saying, gibbering about, "Pay attention! Look at that!" Blue, Toa, you manage to snap to and see a giant bulking hangar door of some sort. That where a giant boulder once was. Of course, a giant boulder is also nearby, probably just like around here or something.
I would definitely say it's probably
Ooh, that
rolling
fits.
to one
Actually,
side.
that works rather well. I'm gonna go with that.
That rock just meshed into the wall.
I know, I love it. Let's do it.
Do it.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys see a giant metal door.
Door.
What do you do?
I'm gonna go up to it. I'm gonna go up to it and see what kind of material it is. See if it's metal
I
or
follow
something.
her, but I know how to probably, at the very least, move the door, not break into it at this point.
They start walking towards the giant metal door. Blue?
Oh, of course I'm going over there. There's probably going to be a fight.
Blue walks over there too.
Can you whip out weapons just in case? Just in case.
You're more than
We're
welcome
not
to.
in combat yet, but we haven't put away our weapons.
Ah.
At this point,
Okay.
you are more than welcome to whip out your weapons in caution, considering the fact that a giant metal door has literally appeared out of nowhere. Now, Blue,
The Legend of
Blue,
Zelda.
we already talked to you. I'm trying to talk to somebody else.
Pope and Rusty and Val.
Pope, Rusty, Val, you felt the ground shifting and it suddenly stopped. You hear...
Time to go outside. Bye.
Val immediately goes outside without me having to say anything else.
Yeah, they probably heard me. What? Look at that! What is that?
I could have.
Well, Val definitely.
Well, Rusty,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Yeah.
I might be a dog, but only Rusty has the height and hearing. I have the height.
Okay, so Pope, what do you do?
My first initial thought is, I need to check this out. My next instinct is, okay, we've got these 3 ponies here. How do we make sure that they stay safe no matter what the hell happens?
Better just to leave them there then.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I would
to the
say
door.
tie him to a tree. Tie him to a tree.
And I'm betting Rusty's following Val.
Mm-hmm.
We'd hope.
Okay. Sapphire, Toa, Blue. I'll go ahead and spare you the perception on this one. You guys see Val and company slowly coming out of the door as you are starting to approach it.
I turn and go, so what did you find? In all my goofiness?
That is literally what you're going to go with. You're seeing your friends coming in as you both all spot a giant metal door And you immediately say, so what did you find?
I still have that glitch, so let me have the silly moment.
You know what? I gotta give it to him. Okay. Val, you were suddenly asked by a robot, what did you find?
Annoyances.
Now, me annoyances or them annoyances, pointing to Blue and Medic.
Yes.
Take
I
it back.
just slapped Toa. I am not an annoyance. I'm the one who found the metal door. She points to
By
it.
the way, Val, you also notice that Toa is literally surrounded in sheets, blankets, and pillows.
I can tell you what I found, moron.
I look at him. I look at him and go, "It's because of the pillows."
Yeah, you think?
Hey, it's good for field dressing if we get really hurt.
By the way, the rest of you can
Walking
chime in during
away.
this. The rest of you can chime in at any point during any of this.
I know.
All right then.
No, it's just I play the silly card sometimes versus my more robotic tone.
Well, while you're being silly and weird, you suddenly hear other noises happening. The sounds of... Huh?
Would my ears have detected motion if there is motion?
You could say that, but considering it's the sounds of hundreds of metal pieces moving in synchronized movement, unlatching, unlocking, unbolting, and the doors in front of you slowly starting to shutter open as dirt and debris begin to fall from the sides. It's kind of obvious that you don't really need to look that hard.
Yeah, that's true.
I comment going, that was actually kind of smart, but why is it opening?
Something's big is coming out.
We should probably duck to the sides.
Fair enough.
All
right.
Idea.
All right, everybody. Val suggests a move. What do you guys do?
We can try to go right here, like at the edge of the building. Not like the other edge, but the run right next to the door, so they won't see us.
All right, let me go ahead and give you a time frame. At the rate the doors are opening, you have enough time to run in here, or here at full sprint speed. So granted, yeah, you're not going to be able to run all the way clear to the other side of the map. That's not happening.
No.
But you have enough time that
Probably put us behind or around the dilapidated trucks.
Okay, so Val literally drags everybody. Does everybody agree to go with Val to the dilapidated trucks?
I don't.
Okay, so Medi decides to go her own way. Sapphire, where do you go instead?
I go right at the edge, like right at the edge of the building, but not like.
Just grab your token and drop it.
Okay.
I think here.
No, let her do her thing.
Right here.
Okay, you take the wing and quickly fly off to the side of the building where you can hide behind some rubble. That's nearby the door. Anybody else deciding not to go with Val?
Nope.
All right. As you quickly hide and move position, the doors open.
What do I think of fucking Mario Mario 3 on the Game Boy. Da 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 do 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 do. Why do I think of that automatically?
I have no idea, considering that there technically wasn't a Mario 3.
Yeah, yes there was Mario Brothers 3. The one that looks like a stage play.
That's on Nintendo, not Game Boy.
Yeah, it's on a Game Boy.
No, hold on.
Are you having a brain fart?
Wait, let's not have this. This is not anywhere near part of what we need to be doing here.
Actually, hold on.
Not doing this.
Just because I know what she's talking about, because it just dawned on me. It is Super Mario Brothers 3 on NES. However, there was also a Game Boy Advance release of it, which is like Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3. Try to figure that one out. But anyway.
What's going on? I just had to run downstairs, make sure brother was awake so we could do the pizza run because we're in the middle of something.
Argument over Super Mario Brothers. Anyway, blip.
Oh, there's a lot right there.
The doors
Oh,
the doors open, and a bunch of griffins start to come out in force,
Yeah.
including.
do I hear be prepared playing in the background?
No. This
I'm
is
thinking of
be.
Solid Snake.
No, they're doing be a man. They realize be prepared. Be prepared's been overdone. Be prepared's been overdone.
And be a man hasn't.
Well, would you rather they do Prince Ali?
Yes,
that would be.
Okay.
Wait, what about Silent? Wouldn't he be?
Silent is far enough away that he's not going to be noticed, and he's enjoying his gun stockade.
He would have at least felt that.
He
Yeah.
did, and he doesn't care. And here's a question: why the hell is there a bed out here? Oh, I think that might have been me.
Yeah, just saying.
Actually, I don't know how that would have been me though, because I didn't have my mouse anywhere near there.
Well, we couldn't grab it because we couldn't see.
Actually, you might have still been able to grab it, but you wouldn't have been able to see what's in there. So I don't know. Anywho, all right.
Yeah.
So, lots of griffins are coming. A giant griffin, well, not giant, a large griffin group is coming out in force. They have been notified. They know you're here. Now, of course, they don't know where you are, but they know you're here. And with that, let's go ahead and start blaring. Blar.
Roll for initiative.
I kind of want to say roll for initiative, but we'd also have to roll for initiative of the entire Griffin Armada here.
So
we
how
can
about
roll
we
for
say-
initiatives, mark it all down, and then if you want to call it a night there, probably call it a night there.
Mhm.
Well,
That way we can just get into the swing of things.
you know what? At the moment, I'm gonna go ahead and have the Armada have its own initiative roll, so it's not one per NPC. It's the whole NPC goes as a group, one at a time. If you get what I'm meaning there. And did we just lose Krim?
Yeah.
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 Mhm. I think that's a good sign to.
No, we still got some time, and let's go ahead and start getting some things set up here, so you guys are ready for a big old battle. Well, at least starting off a big old battle before we end off here. Krim, you okay there, buddy?
So
I think he's talking, but I think he's muted.
initiative, perception.
It looks like he's talking just because of the way the green is flashing. Cram, if you are talking, light up 3 times in slow succession. He's here. All right, Krim, go ahead and roll your initiative as well, and go ahead and post in the chat if we can't hear you. We'll go ahead and go off of what you put in the chat here.
I love having a 10 initiative. Let's do it, evens.
Do you have can anybody link to him an online dice roller? There's like 10 different websites.
I got Wizards of the Coast D&D.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Yeah, go for that.
Okay. Also.
6 initiative. Somebody roll for him. He's got a 6 initiative.
Okay. I got out of mine.
For me,
Yeah,
I got 5 out of 6 for me for rolling for him.
Sorry.
Okay.
I got 3 out of 10.
Wait, so you got 5 out of 6 for Crimson?
Yeah.
Wow. Actually, I mixed up numbers there. That NPCs are 4, not 5.
Yeah. I'm 3 out of 10, so I'm on the low end.
So Toa's at 3. So far, no duplicates. Gotta love that. But yeah, with Crimson's chat going a little bit weird, yeah, well, at least it'll be a good initiative to...
Hear me now?
Yeah, there you are. Never mind.
Yeah, we hear you.
6 out of 7 for Val herself.
Val is at a 6. All right. Let's see. Blue, Toa, Val. Pulpe is 3. Did we? Okay.
And I rolled for Rusty, also got a 3. So, what did
I
I
would
eat?
say play over puppet. You know, just so.
Well, okay, so
Nah, go ahead and roll the tiebreakers just in case. Medic,
Yes.
what did you roll?
How many dice do
What-
I roll?
What's your initiative sheet say?
Let me check. I just have to do this on my phone because it's like very difficult for me to go back and forth between this. Initiative. 6.
6. I
6
feel like...
dice.
Oh, yeah. Okay, roll 6 then. Did I miss anyone after Sapphire? Because I feel like I'm missing someone.
Silent.
Oh, no. Did I miss anybody that's here?
No.
So, what was your tiebreaker?
Okay, Pope.
Mine was 3.
So,
Okay.
Rusty has the tiebreaker on that.
So, Rusty wins that, and then you and I have to
Actually, yeah.
wait for this. Sapphire, what'd you get?
Odds, and it's a 5 out of 6.
That's 5.
Well, not 5, 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6.
Out of 3, fine. So.
Okay, roll a
Okay,
quick tiebreaker. You tied with the NPCs, Sapphire.
Okay. 1,
Okay,
3, 4, 5. I got 6 on my next roll. Well, I still have 3 original initiative, but I got 6 out of my roll.
So the tiebreaker is 6?
Wait, Toe, what are you rolling? I'm rolling a 1d6 for the
Oh,
tiebreaker.
sorry. Yeah, I was doing initiative again. Let me get
sorry,
my
what?
D6.
Okay, sorry, what was that, Sapphire?
it was, I got 4 out of 6 again.
Okay,
I got 6 CMC.
no problem there.
So, yay.
Okay, so you beat out me.
Okay.
So it's Rusty, Toa, and Pulpe.
What was Val?
6.
Val got a clean 6 ahead of everybody.
Okay.
So everybody got rolled in, and we got a nice little sheet set up here. Checking the time real fast.
You got 9 minutes.
I'd say we got enough time to at least start getting things interesting here. All right, Val.
Oh boy.
You could see out of the corner of your eye behind the dilapidated truck that a bunch of griffins are starting to come in, and they're marching in uniform, which also means that these are probably a lot more stricter and well armored and aware of you as opposed to any of the other griffins you fought earlier.
Oh boy.
But you got the advantage. You rolled a 6.
Of course.
Sorry.
Can I make a comment?
No.
To Val? No, for planning.
No.
Alright.
Okay, you can go ahead and make a comment, but remember that Val is the first move.
I go to Val. You know, I have pillows and uniforms about. Could we use that as distractions to divide them?
They'd probably just shoot the fuck out of everything.
But that would still distract them.
Probably in the direction they saw the pills come from. And that's if the wind didn't take them to the places you want to play.
The Great Roan Pillow Fight.
Yeah.
Fair enough, but we have to at least do something. I mean, we don't really have the ability right now to take down that heavily armored creature.
You also know that you have no idea how many there are, and you have no idea how heavily armored they actually are. Granted, there's a good chance that they're yes and yes, but you honestly don't know because they're still kind of out of eye shot, or else they would actually be able to see you too.
I'll probably say on this case is that go over and whap the robot on the head lightly. You take Rusty Pulpy back around the rock, hide up for a second. Me and Blue will stay up here and see if they actually start moving out, if they're just going to guard that entrance the whole damn time.
Roger, Dodger, ma'am.
Toa, hold your turn until after mine so that I can do a ride check on you then.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm going to be slow moving around.
Okay, Blue, you heard the idea that Val has. Do you go with it? Because it's your turn now.
My brain ran away. What was it?
The idea was to hold back, see if they start moving out. If not, they don't move out right away, then we'll probably see if we can't try to draw them out or something, because we can't just wait and stand up and just hold in the fucking front entrance the whole time.
Well, if they don't come out, I can just jump behind them.
Well, yeah, that's kind of be the plan. We're going to wait and see what happens. Either way, you know, it's probably going to end with you jumping behind them, and while you have them distracted, Val comes in and, you know, it's going to be a fracas day. Kaloo-kalay.
So you okay with that plan, or you're gonna go do a Blueism?
I'm fine with the plan.
All right.
It calls for simply one moment of cautiousness, and then we're going to go ballistic.
Sorry, bear with me a moment. Just drinking down some apple cider.
So annoying that happened.
All right. You see, as you're standing there, one griffin comes out in front of the group to address them, flying in and landing and doing a slight hover above them. Gentlemen, we have out here a group consisting of 7. They appear to be numerous in different gender.
Different gender.
They are different. They are numerous in different gender, breed, creature, race, and etc. They are the enemy. They are here to wipe us out. We will not let this happen. We will have one team escort to the north, another to the south. Scour everything, and if it moves, shoot it. If it is Griffin, and it is not one of ours, shoot it. There will be no mercy. They have already killed the entire blah.
Platoon.
I was going to say
Garrison.
Garrison.
Outside
Thank you.
guard.
They have killed the entire outside garrison, and we will not tolerate any more attacks on our army. Is that clear? Roar! Actually, more like squawk, but yeah, I can't do it loud.
Squawk. Squanch.
Squanch.
I'm squanching over here.
Now move out. Keep your groups together. The first one to bring back a head will get feed for a week. And those who don't bring anything back will get the gruel. That pony doesn't know even how to make gruel. Shut up! That's why it's a punishment. Now go! And as he goes off, they start to split off into 2 groups. And they start heading off of the out of the entrance there. Okay, Sapphire. You also hear the army. You also see the giant group start to head that way. Luckily, they don't appear to notice you as you are hiding behind debris in a small little crevasse.
So we need to stand up and ambush.
That's where my distraction idea came in.
Can I
That's
see
not
how
an ambush, that's a
heavily armed they
distraction.
are from where I am?
Sorry, what is that?
Can I see how heavily they're armed?
Let's see
You
how
could try
highly
your
armed
robotic
and armed
guy.
they are.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like my robotic guy.
What is
I
your
don't
ro-
think
is
your
your
eyes
ro-
didn't zoom out. I thought yours was just motion.
what is
It is motion, but it can also probably pick up motion from the armor as well.
nope?
You know?
It's just since it's motion. You can do a perception to see if you can identify kind of identify if they're armored or what kind of armor they may have.
All right.
But-
Perception.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't.
go ahead.
I mean, yeah. I'm gonna do that. Hey, give me a good roll, please. Yeah. Three out of 6.
Not bad, not bad.
You can see armor. It's armor.
Shiny.
It kind of shiny a little. I guess they polish it. That's nice.
Can't tell if it's anything more than leather armor or a heavier armor than a light armor.
You can't tell if it's heavy leather padded and enforced, or even if it may be some sort of weird cyber suit that what came from 20 years in the future.
What came from?
But in this case, yeah, you have no clue what kind of armor this is. But you know it's armor, so they're not naked. Much to your chagrin. No, I'm kidding. Alright, and then let's see here. Well, it's about 9 o'clock here, and you know what, I'm going to go ahead, since the next steps would literally lead to everybody skulking around, getting ready to attack, and so on and so forth. We're going to go ahead and end it here for now.
Well, how much more is there left for the round? Because I think we've got
There's another round.
Well, technically, Rusty, Toa, and Pulpe all have a turn, so you guys can go if you want.
Mostly what needs to happen is, to make it so the move is faster, Pulpe's going to try and ride Toa, so we're going to use that ride special that I have. That's 4 dice.
Go ahead.
Hopefully this works. 1! Okay.
Look at the Kelpie, look at the Kelpie.
Yeah.
Well, you might as well. It's once a game thing, and the game session's about over anyway.
Yeah. These dice hate me.
Oddly enough, if you started rolling odds, you would have been a master roller this time around.
I'm gonna spend the 2 more points to do the whole roll again.
Go ahead. Okay, I'm starting to think that this 2 style points to re-roll is actually a pretty good idea.
Okay, that's at least a 2.
All right, so you jump up and grab onto Toa's back. Luckily, the makeshift sack that he made for his pillows actually affords you a nice grip with your hooves, and the pillows and blankets offer a nice little comfy saddle part. Though maybe a little bit bouncy, and you kind of smell like morning daisies now. Apparently bedspread really knows how to actually hold a bedspread. Who knew?
I just follow Val's plan and look to Pope. You think you might be able to send a few of these flying in some directions, pointing at the pillows?
And apparently Toa is still hung up on trying to make the Great Pillow War.
I don't think that's going to be helpful here.
It's a thought. Not a good thought.
Just me helping to try and get us around the rock faster so we'll be able to be helpful. Because Rusty can fly, which means her move is 1.5 of 6. My move is 4.
And even
with the armor.
with myself being a little bit over encumbered, like at least 1, if not 2, I still have 8 move.
Yeah, you and Rusty can keep pace.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I'm getting the -2 just because of all the pillows, and now I have someone riding on my back.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else have anything that they want to throw, jump, add, comment, quotes, etc., so on and so forth, before we go ahead and call this RPG session to a close?
No, I really don't have anything.
All right. And, oh, wow, King Yori just jumped in out of nowhere, just before we finished.
Rule 8!
Roy?
Heresy.
He said
Heresy.
rule 8, always January. Don't do it.
Roy? Roy? What? Why is he saying...
Roy.
Screaming
Roy's
Roy.
our boy! Roy's our boy!
The problem is it's Yori. Hi, King Yori. Thank you for the Steam gift, by the way. That was really awesome of you.
Aww.
Yeah, he is awesome. Glad to see you around, too. Unfortunately, yeah, we are ending the RPG session for tonight, mostly because, unfortunately, I have to get to work tomorrow, and for the next 6-7 weeks as well. But,
My side, though, there's a playlist.
But in any case, next week we will be back here doing this. I promise all of you, including the RPGers. So the sooner we can all get in, the better. That way we can start getting into the war, a war of attrition, and finally taking out this place once and for all.
Yeah, finally finishing up this session.
Yeah.
Finally. Finally finishing up this after many, many weeks, ever since probably November, I think.
More or less.
I think more October.
Yeah, I was thinking October, but I was like, no, it couldn't have been that long.
It's been a while, but we're trying to get back to the swing of things for sure. Hopefully, Silent will be back around that time, but if not, we'll continue on regardless. Any case, so yeah, be ready for next week. We'll try to get everything started up at the actual startup time this time. And other than that, well, tomorrow I'm going to try to stream a randomizer. Sunday we got Stardew, and Monday we got the Brony Show. So
After the equestrian flag stop.
after the equestrian flag stop.
I have to go, you guys. So bye bye.
No, it's okay. Go ahead and go. We're closing up anyway.
All right.
So we're closing up the stream now. So good night, everybody, and I hope you all have fun. Yori, it's awesome to see you, though. I really wish you didn't come in during the last 5 minutes. It would have been more awesome to have you here and just checking out the insanity of these people stealing bed sheets because they think they can use them. I'm not kidding.
Toa thinks he can use them.
You do not underestimate the power of the man!
You're a robot.
Yes, it's the one thing I can never have.
The only good thing about them is that it helps with the grip of the ride, because
and apparently trying
for a
to
3.
and apparently hoping for the Great Roan Pillow War.
It's not gonna
I know it's not gonna happen, but I gotta make the joke. All right. Good night, everybody.